Hi there, guys. Zach here, and I'm going to be doing something a little bit more somber, a little bit more something off the cuff right here. To those of you who are wondering, this is not going to be any different. I'm not going to change my channel in any sort of way. So those of you who, those 41 subscribers of mine, don't you worry. There's going to be more reviews coming. I have about 5 other games that I want to review right now for different types of things, like Alpha or S or gaming on a budget. I got a bunch of ideas here, so no need to worry about that. And I know this seems a bit out of the ordinary. This is all off the cuff. I was thinking about doing anything tonight, and then I had a couple of Guinnesses in celebration of my favorite one of my favorite holidays. It's not my favorite one. It's like Christmas, Halloween, St. Patty's Day. So it's like my third one down, but I love this holiday. Obviously, you could see a little bit of Irish in me, just a little bit. And I just wanted to address something right here. I know a lot of people like to do something like this, a video like this, at some sort of checkpoint or milestone in their YouTube career. I've seen people do it from 100 to 1 million, and some of you might know where I'm going with this here. But I would like to just take some time here to, hey, could you guys keep it down back there? Could you stop fucking each other for like 5 minutes while I talk to these people? Thank you. Okay. Or else you could just keep fucking doing it. I don't care. Sorry about the noise if you do hear that. It's my dog's fucking around. But I would like to just thank everybody. And I don't want to just say this to the people who obviously have subscribed. I'm going to do a special drink to you guys, because the way you guys sit through my videos, I have no idea. I don't know how you do it, but cheers to that. Having myself a little Guinness on this oh so great of nights. I can't go too hammered tonight because I have a 5K to run tomorrow, and then I'm going to get hammered tomorrow. Might do a stream tonight, but I'm actually not quite sure where we're landing on that here. Did you? Yeah. For fuck's sake. I'm going to do as like small little editing on this as possible, because I don't want I don't want to just edit everything out of here, because like some of you are understanding right now, this is a kind of a thank you video. And this is not a thank you to the people, like I mentioned, who are just subscribing to me. It's also thank you to everybody who comes on my stream all the time. This is a handful of people that I can think of. And even those of you who have busy lives and you come on my stream no matter what, still thank you, because you're picking my stream over a lot of streams. Like, unlike YouTube subscribers where they could subscribe to 50 people at one point, unless you're like very talented and you can listen to about 8 streams at one point, you're pretty much picking one person to spend your entire night with. And I know a lot of people, at least double digits that watch me over anybody else. And it makes me feel good. It makes anybody feel good. Let's just kind of get down to brass tacks here, because no matter how much you hear people say, oh, I don't fucking care about being cared for. I don't really care about any of that. I don't really care about being loved. I don't care if other people love me. I mean, you can say that all you want. But when you see somebody follow, or when you see somebody subscribe to you, or when you look at your analytics, which I do because I want to see if my stuff is good enough to put out, and the only way you can really know that is how much people are watching your content. Like how much they're actually watching. Not they clicked the view button, they stayed for 0.5 seconds, and then they fucking left. Anybody can click one button, but it takes a lot to just focus in and look on somebody's content, which a lot of people do. And I know for a fact that a lot of people who watch my stuff aren't subscribed to me, because I'm getting about 1,000 to about 1,200 people per month. People. No, that's not right. That is incorrect. Wrong. Such a nasty man I am. I get about 1,000 to about 1,200 minutes watched by people. So there are people who obviously just go to my video and they're like, oh, that was a good video. I don't want to see any of his other shit, which is understandable because I'm still hammering out all of my things. I'm not going to lie to anybody. My editing is shit. I'm not that good at it yet. I've heard people tell me that I am a charismatic man. That's up in the air depending on the kind of person that you're expecting to be charismatic. I don't say long, exuberant words. I just said exuberant, and I just said, oh, that's not really a long word. Anyways. I'm not a smart man. I'm not. I went through college and got through my basic classes before I realized this probably isn't for me. And that's not a dig towards anybody who's in college. You can be in college as much as you want. But it just wasn't for me. Maybe it is, and I just haven't found the thing that I want to, but kind of rolling this right back to what I was trying to say here. I'm not going to try to make this like a 20-minute video of just me thanking you. And I'm not going to start crying like Markiplier, and I'm not also going to be like... I don't know if you guys have ever seen people like... Have you ever seen the people... It's usually commentators. It's usually people who like comment while a video game's playing in the background. They don't show their face. And then you just hear them say, "Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Without you, I wouldn't be at 123 subscribers. And thank you guys for doing that for me. Make sure to tell your friends so I can keep growing, and make sure to put my name out there so I can keep growing. But thanks a lot." Like, I fucking hate those people who do that. It's like, you didn't have to make this at all. You didn't even need to make this. You could have just said, you could have put that in a fucking tweet. You didn't need to make a 5-minute video saying, "Hey, thanks, guys. By the way, tell your friends and family." Because I'm such a family person here. And besides those people that I just thanked here, and like I was trying to tell before, like, I get off track. I understand that a lot. I really do. That's why I don't like keeping movies long or videos long, because I always do kind of go off track here. But I really do thank you guys. It really any content creator, any streamer, anybody would tell you, no matter how much they like to be cynical at the world, because I'm a pretty cynical guy at the world. I really wouldn't care too much about people as a whole, because they've been known to be assholes for the most part. But it really does. It makes you feel good that some people like watching you, who spend time watching you instead of Joe Schmo or somebody with big old titties over here in this stream. And by the way, that titty streamer is going to be huge. That titty streamer is going to get a lot of people because you're a male and nobody wants to see your titties. But that woman with double D's over there, guys want to see that titties. Well, some ladies want to see that titties. It doesn't matter. I mean, that's a suck. That's a suck. Oh my god. I've been watching too much memes. That's a sucking way of bringing people in, is what I meant. And for those creators out there, I know what you're going through, because obviously I'm going through it too. And the way that I'm doing it is obviously not the most energetic way of getting subscribers. The way I'm getting subscribers is pretty low. I mean, let's think about all of the different genres that are above reviewer, game reviewer. I mean, sometimes I do movies, which has lost me subscribers, because people are like, I just want to come here for movies. I don't want to see another fucking Angry Joe where he was doing games at one point and switched to movies. But there's some movies that I like. I'm a fan. I'm just a reviewer of all things. But let's just take this into consideration. What are higher than that? Well, let's see. Commentator videos, right? Like Leafy or Grade A, Under A, or Pyrocynical. All those people. Hell, I even think like makeup. I don't know, testers. I don't know what the fuck they're called. But people who do makeup and shit, I could see them being higher than like game reviewers. Who else would do it? Like pranksters, obviously, tech people. There's plenty of things higher than what I'm doing. So a lot of people may think, well, why are you doing this? And I could say, I could come back and tell you, I tried doing a commentator channel and it didn't go that well. I didn't get people as quickly as I wanted to, and I was like, I don't want to fucking try this then. I don't want to do it. But what was really bothering me was I just didn't get any feel from it. It felt like another job, whereas playing video games and sharing my opinion to those people out there, to you people out there, It's way better for me. I love it. I love playing video games and then giving you my opinion. Now, you don't need to take that opinion, obviously, but it makes me feel better that I was able to help people out there. And obviously, it's video games. If you can either edit well enough, because there are some people out there, like some reviewers out there, that edit awesome. You obviously know they went to college for that, but are charismatic as fuck. This goes for streamers too. Like Dyrus. Oh God. For those of you who don't know, he's a League of Legends streamer, and he's really fucking good. He's not like, it's not editing, but it's gameplay. Oh, he's one of the top people. So obviously people go there to see him play, but he's like a dried bag of dead hamsters. It's like, oh God, don't put him on in the background unless you're gonna look at the gameplay, because you will be falling asleep. But going back to what I'm trying to stay here, again, I go off on tangents, so I'm really apologize. I'm trying to wrap this up. I don't want to make this a 20-minute video, and I'm not going to edit anything. But, yeah, for those of you who are small like me, and you're just like, oh, I want to make this a job, you can't concentrate much on that. You just can't. You have to do something that you like, because your creativity and your, like, either with editing or you being charismatic or whatnot, it's going to bleed through, and people are going to see that you're not happy with what you're doing. And it's not fun to watch people who are upset about what they're doing. This is like a second job for me, the streaming and YouTube thing. It really is. So I come home from 8 hours, maybe 10 hours if I'm doing overtime. I take care of my dogs. I eat I make dinner. I eat it. And then I come up here and maybe play one game of League, which takes like 20 to 40 minutes at the averaging. And then I start editing. I start streaming. I mean, I do my own thing. And if you're going to do that, if you're going to spend that little amount of time, if everybody's schedule is the same as mine, if you're going to do that and you're going to fill up that small amount of time with something that you hate, it's going to show. So what you got to do is pick something that you like, even if it won't get you a lot of viewers, even if it's hard to do, anything else, anything like that, you still got to do it. Because if you're having fun, your audience is having fun. I'm not going to lie, a lot of the people who are subscribed to me, maybe half of that 41 people, are people from my stream. And I don't know if they like my content. I don't know if they like my content at all. All I know is that they like me as a person and they like my streaming, so they're deciding to come and join me right here. But you know what that means? That means about 20, maybe a little bit lower, percent of people subscribe to me just because it's me. And I've lost subscribers. I have gained subscribers, and then when they realized they weren't going to get a video every single day, they left. Fair enough, okay? I can't do any more than I've been doing, and I like streaming, so I'm not going to quit that. And I like my job. I like living in my new house, so I'm not going to quit that. So people quit, and that's people unsubscribe, and that's completely fine. I have no problem with people doing that. They have their own prerogative, and I'm not going to talk shit about them. But for those of you who stayed around, and for those of you who just watch my video to an extent, to give me, when I see that sharp jagged up, whenever I see like minutes viewed, and I see that huge jack up, oh, it feels good. And that being said, to those of you who aren't creators and they just want somebody to unwind with, hopefully you like my content. If you don't like my content, that's also fine. I don't like my content by the end of it. Take this in consideration, depending on how long, like a 20-minute one, since I'm not super proficient at editing and I'm not that great at it, I spend about 6 to 10 hours of just editing. And it takes me another 2, 3, 4 hours to re-record myself whenever I fuck up on something to say or anything else like that. And I understand. I don't even like myself after hearing myself for 14 hours at the very max or whatever. I don't like myself. I don't like hearing myself. But I've gotten people who aren't from my stream, hopefully, maybe, I guess I don't know, who say that they like it. So to those of you who are smaller creators and you just think that nobody likes them and you're around 100 or you're around 50 or you're around 5. I mean, everyone has to start somewhere. just have fun with it and don't go anywhere. And like I said to the people who like watching me and watch my stuff to the extent, cheers. Thank you very much for doing that. I was drinking, obviously, and I just thought I would say this because, I don't know. Like, you see big YouTubers talk this kind of shit all the time where you're like, they're like, some of the times the way that they portray themselves, it just feels like they need to thank you because they're 200,000 and they're making a job out of this. They need to say thank you very much, guys, or else they say it at the end of every single one of their videos, which start to seem disingenuous, which sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they just have a lot of emotions and they just really thank you very much for making this my job. Anybody who starts a YouTube channel wants that to be the thing. That's their end goal. You could say whatever the fuck you want. People could say I'm not doing this for the money. A little part of them's doing it for the money. I will talk on their behalf. I have no problems doing that. They're doing that for money, and I'm not above that. But at the same time, I already have a job. So if this goes huge, that's cool. If it doesn't go huge, that's fine too. As long as I'm entertaining a handful of people for every single video that I put out, I'm going to be a happy man. So I'm just going to wrap this up. Looks like I'm around 16 minutes, so I'm not going to like I said, I'm not going to edit it. This is strings and all. But thank you very much, guys. I know I've been sounding pretty somber, and that's because a lot of different things. Drinking kind of cools me down. I have a 5K tomorrow, so I'm kind of stressing out about that. And my dog shit over half of my house. So, yeah, I'm not really in the happiest. Well, I'm in a happy mood. Don't get me wrong. But cleaning up shit for the past 40 minutes was not a positive thing in my life. But honestly, guys, I hope you all have a great St. Paddy's Day. You know, go ahead and have a beer. If you don't drink beer, go ahead and have like tea or coffee. If you don't drink any of that kind of stuff, hey, why don't you have some of that water right there? Go ahead and have some water. Oh, and on me, go ahead and spray yourself a little shot of meal. On me. Go ahead. Treat yourself. Cheers, guys.